future of local farms in the Commonwealth. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me is Pennsylvania State Representative Todd Polinchock. Thanks for being with us.
My pleasure, Jill. Thank you.
Agriculture is still the leading industry in Pennsylvania,
Absolutely.
but you really have a focus on local farms, smaller farms. You have a piece of legislation related to this, and it really stems from something happening in your own district. Talk to us a little bit about the ways in which local farms are working to generate revenue.
That's a great question. We have a farm locally called Tabor Farms, which is just an example of what's going on statewide. Small farms and orchards can't make ends meet by just having apple picks and things like that, selling apples. They got to do extra things to make that happen. And the way they do that is they have little festivals. They'll do, face paintings, and they'll do our local farm here has a firefly festival and pumpkin patch things, and they needed to be able to do that. And sometimes local municipalities restrict their ability to do that. And what I don't want to see happen is I don't want to see these farms go under and turn into a group of townhouses. We need our ag, and we need to be able to help these farmers to make ends meet.
And because of an example in your community, you have introduced a piece of legislation related to this. Is what you're seeing related to zoning in local communities, that there are zoning restrictions that don't allow for these extra, for example, festivals in these local farms to happen? It
absolutely is. The zoning is the issue with this. What we're trying to do is, with this legislation that I'm going to introduce, is put a baseline out there of what a minimum standard of what the municipalities are allowed to restrict, so that they can make ends meet.
Does this take away local control, though, for what's happening in their local communities?
No, it doesn't really. All it does is like I said, it makes a baseline so that the small farms can survive. We aren't taking away the township's ability to contract for parking requirements or what they need to do. It's still 100% the municipality's responsibility, and I don't want to start legislating what local government can do. That's not the goal at all. This is just so that small farms can survive here in the state.
In addition to that, I want to quickly ask you about a piece of legislation that has now passed out of the House. It's in the Senate. It was House Bill 1410. It's related to water contaminants, or PFAS, which were found in firefighting foams. This creates a fund out of the general fund to pay for cleanup.
Yes, we're very proud of the bill. House Bill 1410 was Representative Todd Stevens' bill. We fought very hard on that, along with myself and Representative Megan Schroeder. We fought to get it out of the House, and it just finally passed. And what it does is it's going to create that fund so that we can remediate the Willow Road Naval Air Station, remediate the water, and make sure that we have clean water in the surrounding area around the air station, and also help so that we can redevelop that site so that eventually we can recoup those funds and bring them back to the state, so that my goal down the road would be a net zero, so that it isn't costing the taxpayers money in the long run. We're reclaiming the land, we're cleaning up the water, and we're very proud to have that move to the Senate now.
Thanks so much for being with us.
All right, thank you for having me, Jill. Appreciate it.
We've been talking with Pennsylvania State Representative Todd Polinchock. I'm Jill Horner.